What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and we're here today with the review for Insecure. This is this season 6, you guys, or season 5? What season is this of Insecure? Season 5, episode 4, and the episode is titled "Faulty." Okay, so you guys, this was a good episode. And I'm sorry, you guys, I did not review last week's episode. I was just in a bad space last week, and that's just why I didn't do the review. I do apologize. But before we get into the review, if you guys are watching this review or any other on the channel and you guys are not yet subscribed to the channel, I'm gonna need you guys to do me a huge favor and stop taking me out on this date. Hit that subscribe button, turn your notifications on, like the video, share it, and with that out the way, you guys, without further ado, let us discuss this episode of Insecure, shall we? All right, you guys, so this episode was, it wasn't bad. It just wasn't a favorite of mine, I would say. It really wasn't a favorite of mine. So you guys remember that Nathan was wanting to have this party for his barbershop, right? Hold on, you guys. Someone's calling me. All right, you guys. Sorry, we're back. So, where was I at? I think I was talking about the fact that Nathan. Yeah. So Nathan, you guys remember he wanted to have that party for his barbershop, right? So we see him at the beach. Now, mind you, there's a lot of people at the beach. Now, I thought that this was I thought that the whole beach was, him having a party. Nope, it's multiple people having a party. So we see Molly, we see Issa, and we see Kelly. They're at the beach. I'm like, oh shit. So we just literally left out Tiffany, huh? Oh, so is Tiffany done with this? So are we done seeing Tiffany at this point? So yeah, so we talk about, Molly. You remember Molly in a previous episode. She went out on a date, right? And the date was good, but she said that the sex was not that good. So then we see Issa and Nathan, right? So we're talking about Issa and Nathan. So Issa and Nathan, they've been in constant, they've been in communication with one another since the since when? Oh, since she cried in his mouth, right? So they've been in communication with each other, but they have not really discussed what happened. So it's basically in limbo with them right now, right? So Issa walks up to Nathan and she speaks to him, and he says, "Hey," and she says, "I'm doing good too. I'm good. How I'm good as well." She's like, "Oh, you didn't ask that. How are you?" I'm like, "Damn, Issa, you just walked up and already it's awkward from the jump." So then, we see, Molly, Issa, and Kelly, they're all by themselves getting a drink, right? And Issa notices Nathan and this girl, Risha, right? They're talking to each other. And she's like, yeah, they fucking. They gotta be fucking. Nah, they not fucking. So then there's this earthquake that happens. And they were like, we gotta evacuate the beach. The beach is closed because, of the earthquake or potential tsunami. So now they're like, well, hell, where are we gonna go now? Because we came to the beach for a party and we ain't got shit to do, right? So I'm going to pause here and we're gonna move forward, you guys. All right, you guys. So before we move forward, they actually at the beach they were playing spades. So Issa was like, "Y'all gonna teach me how to play spades?" And Kelly was like, "Girl, nobody gonna teach you how to play spades at your big ass age." So Kelly and Molly at one point were, talking to Nathan's friends. They were cracking jokes on one of them, right? So there are two of them that potentially like Molly, right? So the light skinned one is in the back seat talking to Lawrence, but Nathan about Molly, and they were like, but she likes the other one. He was like, man, whatever. So then Nathan is telling them about him and Issa, and telling him about Issa, inviting him over to chill the other night. Then she wanted him to spend the night, but then he went in for the kiss, and when he went in for the kiss, she started crying, right? And he dipped on her, and they were like, man, why'd you do that? So one friend was like, she's friend zoning him, but then they also said collectively that Issa didn't call you over because she wants a haircut, so there's obviously something there, right? So then we see this conversation between Risha and Kelly, because Risha and Kelly connected because she was, Risha said she don't want to die of another tsunami. I'm like, oh my God. Her and Kelly bonded over that. Then we see her and Kelly. They having this conversation about Kelly's neighbor's cat dying, and Kelly said, "Is her pussy a ghost?" I'm like, Kelly, girl, what in the hell? That conversation with Kelly and Risha, I was just like, what are we doing here? So, they were in the, they were in the backseat of the car. So Issa and Molly were texting, right? They were texting. So Molly was asking, Issa if how was things with she and Nathan. She's like, it was awkward, but I think he's fucking Risha. So then Molly was like, Risha, girl, you fucking Nathan? She's like, nah, that's like my brother. You want to smash him? I can hook it up. She's like, nope. So she texts Molly, it's Issa. It's not that. So then, we see them as they go to the next spot, right? So Issa, she apologizes to Nathan and she tells him, she's sorry for what happened, when she cried in his mouth. And then she asks him, so why did you leave? Nathan couldn't come up with a good enough reason as to why he left. He's talking about a taco stand and other shit. I'm like, Nathan, that's not a legit reason why you left, but okie dokie, right? I don't think this review is gonna be that long when I think about it. I wanted this to, but I gotta keep it real. The episode, it was good, but it just it didn't give me a lot. So it's not, I know it's not gonna be a lengthy review. So sorry, you guys, if you guys are looking for a lengthy review. It just wasn't this episode. It wasn't for me. But let's pause here and move forward. Actually, we're wrapping up because I'm at the end of my notes. All right, you guys. So we see them as they finally made it to the next spot. I don't know if it was a restaurant or something. So we're then introduced to Nathan's cousin and his wife, right? So this is not, so what happens with what Nathan does is not uncommon, because he stayed with his cousins for a time, and they were talking about the fact that he did the same thing. Like, he would get up and he would leave, right? And at one point I was looking at the wife and Nathan. I'm like, did they have a relationship of some sorts? They were talking about, out in Houston, because they started playing Back Then Hoes Want Me Now, All On Me. Back then didn't want me now, all on me, by Mike Jones. So they were reminiscing about that. And like I said, Nathan, he basically would flake on them. He was supposed to do things, but he didn't follow through with them, right? So then, the light-skinned guy that Molly was talking to, right? Actually, no, she wasn't talking to him at first. She was actually talking to the dark-skinned guy. He was talking about he going home to his cat. She's like, he worried about the wrong cat. So then she starts talking to the light-skinned guy. So then the light-skinned guy was talking about this party that Jason Derulo is having, right? So they're going to try to go to this party that Jason Derulo is having. So they get there to the party, and unfortunately the party was filled to capacity, so they couldn't get everybody in. So the guy was like, hey, so yeah, so with this right here, we can only get one person in, and that one person is Molly. So yeah, me and Molly, we finna run in. So I told Issa, like, girl, I'm gonna look for a way to get you in. I'm gonna look for a side door to get you in. So that's what happened. She found a side door for them to get in, right? Now, mind you, his cousin, his wife, she went home to be, to relieve the babysitter. So now the cousin is it's Nathan, it's Issa, the other homeboy, whose name I forgot, and Molly and the other homeboy. So those two are gone, and then the other one that was really interested in seeing Jason Derulo, he went, because Molly found a way for him to get in. So he went to go in. So Nathan notices that his cousin is leaving. He's like, yo, bro, like, where you going? He's like, yeah, wifey want me to come back home, and I'm my lift is almost here. He's like, yo, lift? He was like, man, you ain't even had time to call a lift. He was like, I did when your boy was crying about Jason Derulo. So he was like, I get it. Your wife, she still feels some type of way about me. And he says, you know what? I got to be honest with you. It really wasn't her. We just put it on her. When we asked you to move out, we just lied and said it was her. But it was really me, because he's like, I got kids, man. And you just up and leave and don't say anything to anybody, right? So then, Issa noticed that Nathan was down. So he said, I just need a few minutes to myself. So Issa followed behind him and she asked him, "Are you okay?" He was like, when I was staying with them, that's when after I left, I found out I was manic. So the question I have is he still dealing with, I know you don't get over that, but when he ups and dips away, is he still dealing with, is that when he goes into his manic episodes? Like, it's an interesting question to ask, right? But that's it, you guys. No, it's not. Issa, so they talked to each other, right? And they basically revealed that they want each other. And that was actually the end of the episode, but another earthquake happened. Like the video, you guys. Leave your comments in the comment section below and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell button so that way you guys are notified when I drop anything else. Share this video and until the next one, you guys stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Remember, wash your hands, wear a mask, socially distance, be blessed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.